Okay, if you've been struggling lately with holding short putts, I'm going to show you a few keys and a few things to work on that could help you. Now, it may be that you suffer from all of these things and that all of these things will improve you, or you might go through the process and think, no, I don't need to do that one. That's fine. Even if only one of these works for you, it's been very successful. So the first thing that I notice when I'm giving someone a putting lesson when they're missing short putts is their alignment is out. Now, most people don't practice putting, and when they do, very few people practice alignment. All of the best putters in the world use putting mirrors. Cameron Smith, one of the best putters in the world, uses a putting mirror every single day. And they do it to make sure their fundamentals are correct. So I've got a putting mirror here and I've set it up. It's pretty much a straight putt. So when I'm using the putting mirror, I'm checking my eye position. So what works best for me is my eyes are over this blue line here. I'm also checking my club face alignment. I'm checking my feet alignment, making sure that they're parallel to that line there. And I'm also seeing in the mirror my shoulders. Now, by far, one of the biggest mistakes I see is people just don't think about their shoulders. They assume they're straight. And most people I see have their shoulders aiming too far left. So they'll take their setup and their shoulders are a little bit left. That is going to alter my path. Path can influence good putts and bad putts. The club face has more influence, but you really want that path to be as neutral as we possibly can. So I can take my setup here in the mirror and I can see that my shoulders are on that angle here, yet my feet are on that angle. So I quickly just adjust my setup. So my club face is good, my eye position is where it should be, my shoulders are good, and I just now hit the putt and the ball goes in. So it's just checking those fundamentals. And as I heard someone say once, even if you do the wrong thing, if you do the wrong thing consistently, your brain will find a way to compensate. Not that I'm encouraging that, but just by using the putting mirror, you're going to be very consistent in the way you approach your setup. So the second reason I see missing short putts is the following. I'll see if you can pick up what I'm doing. Did you see what I did? As I was hitting the ball, my eyes, my head, my shoulders were all moving because my eyes were following the path of the ball. I saw myself miss that putt. So on a putt of this length, I should never see the ball go in. I should never see the ball miss. What I really want is to hear the ball go in. So my key when I hit short putts, or any putt for that matter, is I hit the putt 1, 2. Now I kept my head still and I did pull the putt a little bit. It wasn't great, but I didn't see the ball go in. I heard it go in. If I had have looked just that little bit, it would have missed. So I think it's a really good habit to get into, just lining the putt up, standing over it. Imagine the blade of grass that the ball is sitting on. And we're just going to focus on that blade of grass. 1, 2. Then I look up. So if we can keep our head still, we're keeping our shoulders still, and you're going to start holding more putts. So another key to holding more short putts is to really work on your pace. There are 3 things you have to do to hold a putt. You've got to be able to read the green, you've got to start the ball on the right line, and we have to hit it at the right pace. Now, using a putting mirror like I'm using here is a really good thing to do because it helps my alignment. I can start the ball on the right line. But I would encourage you to hit a few different putts. So I'm going to hit a putt here where I'm going to try and hit the ball into the back of the cup. That one hit the back of the cup. So that was a faster tempo or a more solid strike. So the next putt I'm going to hit, I'm going to try and dribble the ball into the front of the hole. So I'm going to use a much slower tempo. That was too firm. I wouldn't, yes, it went in the hole, great, but I hit that too firm. So I would do that again, trying to just dribble it in the front. Much better. So the ball just managed to dribble in the front edge of the hole. Then the last one that I'm going to hit, it's getting a bit breezy. I nearly lost my hat. I'm going to visualize that the ball is going to go into the hole. It's not going to hit the back of the hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the cup, and I want to feel the ball is going to drop straight in on top of that hole. Pretty much as that did. So there's 3 different paces. You may or may not hold them all, that's okay. In trying to dribble it in the front, you might leave it short, but this is just all part of the training. Learn to hit different paces, and then you're going to eventually start to think, I'm actually better with a slower pace, or you'll come up with I'm better with a firmer pace. There's no right or wrong answer, everyone's different. You need to find out what works best for you, but that's a simple little drill that can really help in determining what is the best holing speed for you. So another thing I see people doing when they're missing short putts is they're thinking about trying to keep the putter straight through impact. So they're thinking the straighter I can keep my putter through impact, the more chance I've got in the hole. Now if you're doing that, there is more chance you're going to miss the ball to the right, because if you're hitting and keeping the putter straight, your putter is actually open to your path. Your path is a little bit like that. Even someone with a straight back and through putting stroke, which doesn't exist, is slightly on an arc. So if you're trying to hit putts, keeping the putter face straight after you hit it, I got it in, but that was right edge. We need the putter to rotate a little bit. So don't make it rotate. Just you hitting a putt will allow that putter to rotate. So sometimes I get clients that are missing balls a long way to the right. I will get them to feel like they're hooking it, that they're going to get up here and they're really going to close the club face. That was a severe effort, but which part of the hole did the ball go in? It went in dead center. So that's not a bad little way of doing it. And I'm always a huge fan on short putts of using either a putting mirror or, as I've got here, putting sticks, alignment sticks, golf sticks, whatever you want to call them. You can have golf clubs, you don't have to go out and buy them. But this will quickly tell you what's happening. If you're hitting it and the ball starts hitting close to that stick, your putter face is closing too much. So you can learn a lot by it. If you feel that you're missing a lot of putts left, quite often it's because your shoulders are pointing left, as I said earlier. So square those shoulders up, and I think you'll find most of the time you won't. In rare cases, people that miss the ball left with short putts, their hands aren't matching each other. So we want our hands to match. So that one there would match. These ones with the left hand under and the right hand under, they match. What we don't want is to have the left hand straight and then the right hand turn under a little bit. That's going to close the club face through impact, and that is one of the reasons people do start missing putts left. So I don't mind. So we've used the lines on the ball. I've got my sticks, my hands match each other. From there, I'm just going to hit the ball and I'm going to release the club, and the ball goes right in the middle of the hole. So there's a few things for you to work on that will help improve your short putting. If you find this difficult, start from 2 feet. This is about a 3-foot putt. The one earlier was about a 4-foot putt, but start at 2 feet. Do it from there. Then gradually go to 3 and 5. I would try and be the best you can from inside 5 feet, because you're going to get a lot of those in a round of golf. So get really good at inside 5 feet, and you know you're definitely going to lower your score. If you want to improve your putting, I'm going to put a link to another video just up here I know is going to help improve your putting.